All right, I'm gonna smoke this joint though.
Let's get it.
I'm about to me too, bro.
Alberto Americano TKO here. Night of only two champions.
Afternoon of champions, sir.
Morning of champions in the Pacific time, but only had two champions.
Morning of champions.
So morning
Yeah,
of two
if you're on
champions.
the West Coast, it was the morning of champions.
Morning of two champions, because IWC is crying about only two championship matches. But I'm like,
well, the IWC can shut the fuck up. I get so tired of hearing.
But wait, Afro, is it every PLE Night of Champions? Because it's all championship matches for the most part.
That makes perfect sense, sir. It's all Night of Champions. Night of Champions is just a name. It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter, brother.
It never mattered, brother. It's all work.
Live from Rehide, and you saw the only sign in the area was like, they said, haters say cancel Rehide. And then the other one is like, just do the show anyway. Fuck it.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw a bunch of kids wearing Rehab Nightmare shirts. I was like,
they're all marks over there. So they don't know no better. They're all marks over there, so it's fine. That's okay.
I actually saw like two black people in that fucking audience, yo. I was like, these got to be the only. I was like, these got to be the
actual
only
Negroes.
A nigga with dreadlocks. I seen it. I seen it in the crowd. I was like, that's an actual Negro in fucking Saudi Arabia. That's crazy.
Shout out to him.
It was definitely probably somebody's butt.
We're here to review Night of two championship matches, as the IWC wants to call it and cry about. So let's get into it.
Yeah, buddy.
Open with Cody and Randy. Now,
we edge ever closer to the Codelander, brother. The Codelander's in
originally, I thought this match was ass for some reason.
Hold
on. I had to go back and rewatch it. I was like, oh, this is a good match, actually.
I was gonna say it was a damn good match. The fuck are you talking about?
No, I was in a car watching it, so I was just like, didn't have really my full attention. I came back home, watched it. I was like, oh, this match is actually really good. So it's basically your basic grass match. Randy selling the back. Cody just doing everything in his power to put away Randy. I love the RKO reversals into the crossroads, and then Randy just turned into slime ball Randy. Looks like He's like,
let me undo this turnbuckle pad. Let me try and bring something into the ring. I was like, yes.
Did we all see Cody get booed a lot in this match? Because the crowd not privy on face heel stuff. They only like who they like. So Randy was getting a lot of cheers in this match. Cody getting a lot of boos. I just didn't like the finish. I didn't like the finish to the exposed turnbuckle into the chest. Now the exposed turnbuckle was to the back. I'm all for it. But yeah, I thought this match was solid. I thought this match was really good.
Like I said, I thought this match was better than Cena Randy, and Cena Cody. I think this match was solid, and I think that they bought it. They bought what they could, you know what I mean? And I didn't really see too much bad in it. I mean, the ending, was a little different. Could have been a little better, but other than that, I think it's a pretty solid match.
You just gotta show up. You ain't gotta do too much now.
That's what I'm saying. It's it was a great opener. Great opener.
Randy sold the back a lot, and Cody with the win. Cody with the like we knew, and it's going to face John Cena at SummerSlam. So, all in all, I get a match probably like I give it a B plus. It was good.
Yeah. I get a solid B. No, I give it a solid B plus. I mean, yeah, solid B plus. Yep. But so.
Afro, your thoughts on the match?
I thought it was a really good match. I enjoyed Cody immediately as soon as Randy showed that the back was a problem area. I enjoyed seeing Cody go right after it, yo. The code lane.
Cody did work the match with elbows and
I mean, as soon as he saw him grab his back, he immediately came with the forearm to the lumbar. I was like, all right.
And then he went to that back and started stretching that back out.
That's yo. When he hit the bow and arrow on the ring post, I was like, "This nigga's evil."
That's what I'm talking about. That match, yeah, that part.
When he hit the
was very
the bow and arrow on the bow and arrow stretch on the ring post was very Code Landerish. It's a matter of time, yo. Look, when Cody turns heel, he's going back to the brown haired Cody. He's ditching the bleach blonde. He might even grow the fucking mustache back. Or if he wants to get really heel with it, he keeps the bleach blonde, but he grows the mustache and then he bleaches it. There's nothing more evil than a white
very
man.
Hogan-esque there. Very Hogan-esque there.
Yeah, but I mean, what's more evil than a fucking white man with a bleach blonde mustache? What? You tell me. Tell me what's more evil than that.
I don't have a take on that. Sorry.
Exactly. You guys hear Hulk Hogan might be in a coma?
Well, yeah, allegedly he is in a coma.
God, yo, the universe be answering prayers sometimes. It's fucked up.
You know what? Moving on. The street fight.
I'm the heel of this shit.
Raquel versus Rhea.
I thought I was gonna hate this match. I'm not even gonna front. I thought I was gonna hate this match.
It was pretty good.
It was very. Now, see, I think it was really good.
Also, for the people saying, "Oh, why are black women getting booed in Saudi Arabia and cursed out Saudi Arabia?" Raquel was getting booed the whole entire match. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
If you ain't Rhea, if you ain't Asuka, if you got a shade of melon on you, they're not gonna cheer for you because women are subspecies over there, which is fine. So
you got to remember, women couldn't even. The first women's wrestling match in Saudi Arabia was in 2009, folks. Let that sink in for a second.
Natty was in that match, right?
Yeah.
And don't forget, they still gotta wear. They still gotta cover.
Oh yeah, they still can't. Well, that's just the country's law. Women can't show their fucking arms and legs in public.
So before you criticize that black women are getting booed on there via the Bianca Bianca European tour, Raquel was getting booed the whole match, and women can't show skin over there. So we got steps to equality to get to. So
you got to remember, women are.
Don't expect too much from over there.
Allegedly.
So the match itself is really good. I like Roxanne coming out and doing her
love that. I think that Raquel could have won.
Yeah.
I don't think a loss hurts Rhea.
But the crowd, commentary was saying Rhea needed to win this match because she was on some type of loser streak.
She ever since EO, she ain't got enough.
Yeah, so she kind of needs to win, but Roxanne, I think with Liv being hurt, Raquel doesn't lose stock losing this match, but she looked really good in this match.
No, Raquel will be fine.
I give it about a 6.5.
If I had to take, I'd say solid. I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a solid 7. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was good to see Raquel finally show what we've been wanting her to do, and to show that she's a beast, she's a monster.
Good to see Big Mommy cool
match. You can see that the way Rhea beat her was her ring psychology, understanding the ring, her experience. That's how
I love the use of the table in this match, though, because they knew it was not going to be plausible for Rhea to hit a riptide from the top rope in any way, shape, or form. The mechanics of the move just aren't going to allow for that. I think the misdirect was at first setting the table up in the corner as if we were going to do a slingshot into it, and then slowly transitioning it into a platform for Rhea to hit the riptide on. I thought that was really smart. I liked it.
Solid match, I thought.
And when's the last time you saw a chair? Hold on, have you guys ever seen a table used like that before? Because I was trying to think back, and I even looking through old Joshi Pro, like bitches wrestling in apartments. I don't think I've ever seen anybody use the table. Well, that's where Joshi wrestling started. Joshi started as apartment wrestling. It was a whole gimmick thing. Like literally, they would go around and rent out different apartments in fucking Japan, and they would just wrestle in them.
I learn something new every day.
The only time I seen something done like that, it wasn't a table, it was a board, and it was Kurt Angle and Shin McMahon when he did the angle slam off the what's the name?
I think
It
I've
was a
seen
board.
a
It
table
wasn't a
spot like that recently, but I can't remember. I gotta do my homework.
See, I was about to say,
Yeah.
if there has, I don't remember it off
It
the top
wasn't
of
a
my head. 'Cause I
table
was
on
sitting there
the
going
angle
through.
one.
I do remember it was an angle slam off that type.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
I remember the
yeah.
angle slam with the board, but I was thinking
I
somebody.
think it was one sooner, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I was
gotta go back
thinking
and
if I would have seen someone use a table as a platform for a finisher
Right.
to go off of, I was like, I don't think I've ever.
it was very recently, but I gotta go back and do the homework.
Well, let me know when you find out what it was.
Sammy versus Cross.
Man, this was
Oh my god.
this was a good match, but the wrong person won. I feel like Karrion Cross needed this win.
I
feel like this sort of kills his momentum in a certain way. Because like I know Sammy could still turn in the end, and then his record remained impeccable. But Sammy didn't even cheat. Even like I would say, I would still have some faith in the storyline if Sammy would have even done something a little bit dirty to get the win. But he won clean, squeaky clean.
I feel well. I got a lot of takes on this. One, I think this was the worst match on the card.
Yeah, I agree, and I hate that because I went into it saying this could be match of the night.
Two, ironically, for that reason to not propel the story of Sammy being a liar. So remember AJ and Cody had the I Quit match, and Cody went and got the stairs and made AJ quit to make him look like he was doing heel tactics, or him doing an Alabama slam on Kevin Owens through a ladder, or just like certain instances in matches that make you think Cody's going to turn heel. Like this was
we didn't even get any of that with Sammy.
Yeah, and he lost by one haluva kick. Like
single, and it was a sloppy ass haluva kick.
Yeah, but I equate Karrion Cross as a Saturday morning cartoon villain. He doesn't get anything by losing, but he gains everything by winning. So he doesn't lose stock by losing it because we'll see him next week.
No, but I mean, if Sammy doesn't turn in the end, it sort of ruins this mystique that he's had of, he made the New Day turn.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I also get that aspect of it, but I don't think he gets anything.
I feel it takes away. I'd be lying if I said it didn't take away from some of the work that I feel like we've seen him do in the background.
Oh yeah. For a match, he doesn't lose anything by losing, but for the overall story of his character, he loses a lot. But
the match loss doesn't matter. But like,
match or something like that.
Even if Sammy could have, even if he didn't even have to put a foot on the rope, even if he'd have just grabbed the tights a little bit when he went for the pin, I'd have still been like, okay, there's a little bit of darkness there.
Some type of cheatery.
Yeah, just anything a little unsavory would have went a long way in this match.
Truth, your take on it?
Yeah, I think Karrion Cross had a moment where he could have proved himself, and he failed miserably.
Hold on, I wouldn't blame you. Don't blame Cross for this, do you?
Yeah,
that nigga worked. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. If I blame anyone for this, I'm blaming Triple H.
That too,
or I'm blaming Sammy for not
even the pace. Even the pace that Karrion Cross was working at is more my problem. I felt like he was working at a
heel pace. I feel like he worked a heel pace. People got to remember, heels aren't here to make your match exciting. They aren't here to fucking get you into it. They're here to fucking do what they got to do and keep it moving. They don't care about the fan. They don't care.
Like, I understand that, but I feel like he had more to prove in this moment, and I just didn't see the urgency in that. That's all. I didn't see the urgency that he was operating in, because he should have understood that this is his moment right now.
I felt like he ran after this moment, the very methodical villain route. Like I felt like it was sort of Lex Luthor going through the motions of the plan, and unfortunately,
I agree and disagree with Truth. He dropped the ball, but it was the wrong stage for him to get the ball anyway because it was a Saudi match. It's not going to mean anything.
Yeah. Sammy's always, I do want to take time. Shout out to Sammy for still wearing the Palestinian flag on his fucking pants. Free Palestine. You guys are a fucking vibe.
You gotta take the wrestling out of take the politics out of wrestling, brother.
No, yo, I love it.
But Afro,
I was like, this nigga
Afro,
got the Palestinian flag on his pants again.
Afro. I
Huh.
understand where you coming from when you talking about like the hill psychology of playing the hill role. I
Yeah.
understand that. I just felt like there could have been just a little bit more urgency from him, knowing that it was the moment. I don't know what that looks like. I'm not saying that it's just something that can just pop out, but I just felt
I
like
get what
he
you're
thought it
saying.
No,
was.
I see.
Yeah,
It's like he wrestled a
just feel like
lackadaisical match. You know
I
what I
just
mean?
feel like there was
exactly.
there was so. I understand what you're saying about a sense of urgency to a certain extent, like seize the moment. You know, this is a big show, but I just don't think. More to what Cam said, I don't know if the Saudi show was the show to pay off this feud. I mean, I understand they want Sammy there because Sammy's big in the Middle East. You know, he does the mobile hospital, fucking Sammy for Syria, all of that. I get that. I'm here for it. I love it. I'm always here for a goddamn the betterment of mankind in general. But like that, when I look at this match, Cross isn't the problem in this match for me. My problem is Sammy. My problem is the direction this match was booked in. Like, it just, I don't know. It feels like they're so stop and go with Karrion Kross. 1 minute, it feels like they're in on him and they're listening and they want to get him the way the fans want to get him. And then
I think it's I think they're stopping going Sammy for the most part, but you know, that's either.
Yeah, a lot of this was Sammy's fault. Like Sammy, and it'd be one thing. When we get to Jade and Asuka, fucking Jade is still relatively new in wrestling, and I've got to take on that match as well. I'm gonna see if you guys are with it or not. But Sammy is a fucking veteran. Sammy knows what fucking he needs to do in the ring to get the point across to the fucking story they're trying to play out, and he just didn't. In my opinion, Sammy didn't do his part in this match.
I gave about a 5 on this one, so
yeah, I'm with you there. Solid, not even solid. That's a failing grade. But
yeah, I say more like a 4.5.
Solo and Jacob.
I liked this match. I really did. I thought it was really good. Look, and even with playing into the ending, I feel like they did the job of keeping Jacob strong, but they also showed you maybe Solo isn't washed as this evil leader. You know what I mean? Because it was coming off, and I think in the end this definitely results in Jacob getting the title back. They're gonna do something gnarly at SummerSlam, I'm sure, maybe even before then. But I think that this match, it was. Where was Tama Tonga? He was the only thing missing. God damn it! I needed some yeah.
Maybe he's still hurt. Who knows? But
yeah, I think
the goat came back though.
Yeah, the return of the infamous one, brother. The return of the infamous one. You love to see it. I wish he had an eye patch though, low key. I wish he had kept the eye
patch has to be permanent. So I mean, but hey,
I thought it should be too.
I thought this match was really good. I think
two big meaty men smacking me.
Yeah, I thought it was methodical. I thought, just going back and forth like the old Roman matches where he's just talking shit throughout the whole matches on wrestles. Solo was doing that,
Hell, at the end, everyone was just all of the whole Samoan contingency just taking turns talking shit to Jacob Fatu as they jump in.
I put Jacob Fatu as like top 5 most athletic in WWE right now.
Guaranteed, especially, bro.
Yo, like that dive to the outside. I don't think people realize how
amazing. When this nigga hit the tornado, fucking over the ropes. I don't know if people realize the athleticism it takes for a man that size to jump clear and rotate his body enough to where he still lands right on the outside. That shit is crazy.
He's the best in the ring, right? He's the best in the ring in WWE.
No, that's a little bit much, but I respect you going that hard.
It's rare.
He's definitely. I'd say he's top 5 in the ring right now.
I say top 3.
It's not rare, but when a babyface loses the talent, and now Jacob's full babyface now. He's going to get
he's straight back. Look, once you get jumped by your cousins in Saudi Arabia, You gotta be a baby face.
Jacob's gonna get a super pot when he comes to America, and he's hunting down for the
I
title.
hated the Saudi crowd though. I did not enjoy this crowd at all.
And I said it in the beginning, the Saudi crowd is just a basic, non-mark, nonsensical, don't know nothing about.
That's why it feels like
crowd.
the CM Punk dressing as the doctor of punkonomics was sort of lost on this crowd.
But what I'm saying is they only with this Saudi crowd, they only like who they like. That's it.
Yeah.
These
niggas were telling Triple H.
There's no heel babyface sentiment on that one.
I listen to these niggas chant one more match at Triple H in the post show. Like, this nigga has a pacemaker, folks.
But also
he can't wrestle anymore.
Also, they was saying "fuck you" Solo. Like,
yeah, they did hit the "fuck you" Solo. They were
like, that's it. I mean,
yeah.
Don't take too nothing from it. But I thought, the infamous time load, Jeff Cobb coming out, Hikuleo coming out. Now you got Bloodline.
I wish they'd have called him Tala Tonga.
Tala Tonga, that's his name.
Tala Tonga would have been. They missed that branding moment.
I think that is his name. That is his name.
No, it's Hikuleo.
That's his new name, Tala Tonga.
No, they called him Hikuleo.
Did they?
Yes.
I thought they switched it up.
Nope. I wish the Hikuleo is what Tala Tonga is what the IWC have been calling him since we found out he got signed. But
right,
because he is the tallest Tongan.
Who is this freak coming out?
7 foot tall, brother.
Anyways,
niggas really. I think that nigga's actually 6'10".
Good on Solo for winning his first main roster championship, and good on United States Championship.
Champion before.
Mm-mm.
No, it was the North American
NXT.
North American.
He dropped it immediately to join the Bloodline. So
yeah,
good on him. Good on the
And
United
then they turned around and let Don keep the belt while he was in the Judgment Day, though. But they wouldn't let Solo do it while he was in the Bloodline.
Don dropped it, but he dropped it.
But he still got to bring it. He still got to bring it up to the main roster.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I think this puts a lot of stock in the I think the
Bloodline 3.4.
Yeah, all the titles have stock.
Yeah.
Julia brought
and
stock
that's a rare
to the
thing.
title. Becky brought stock to the Intercontinental Championship. Don brought stock to his Intercontinental Championship. Now the U.S. title is getting fought for in a high capacity. All the tag titles except for the New Day. New Day got to step it up.
Yeah.
And both.
I agree, but I respect the heels weaseling their way out of defending the titles. That's classic wrestling.
For sure.
That's classic wrestling.
Very old school us by them, so I like it. So where are we at? We're at the Queen of the Ring, Jade versus Asuka.
Okay, I feel like they made this match short enough because they realized the greenness that is Jade, and they know if you were to put Jade in some ridiculously long match with fucking a wrestler that's the caliber of Asuka, it's inevitable that the holes are going to start to show in Jade's game as the match goes on. So I think they did a good job of keeping this match short enough to where fucking that didn't happen, but it still didn't just look like Jade rampaged through fucking Asuka to get the win. Like it got done in a timely manner before any super major holes could be shown in anyone's game. And they didn't make the Empress of Tomorrow look trash. So I respect that.
I mean, Jade won. I thought it was a solid match. The only thing that messed the match up was the ending. Kind of a janky pin a little bit, but that's great.
Jade's got to work on that though, because think the other time before that, I know it's not a reason to say she's mid, but with the ref having to move her foot out from under the pin, like, listen. As a wrestler, the one thing that you should have down pack is pinning people, folks. Look,
I tell it, take notes from AJ Styles. That's it. He got a pinning combination.
And I feel like it's something that's happening more and more frequently with her. It's a lot of times we're like, oh, Jade had a sloppy pin right there. And it's like, come on, that's the one part it's the most important. It's how you fucking win. You know what I mean?
Batista had to learn to from the Batista line and then go to his pin. He rolled out the way and then got into a pinning formation. the
she's just got to look. I understand wanting to look cool.
To differentiate from being a sit-down power bomb to a Batista bomb, the roll is part of the Batista bomb into the pin. So, it's a slight, but Asuka took care of her. Jade looked confident in the match. She used her size to her advantage.
But I think Jade needs to work on her moveset a little bit, I think she does a lot of moves that a woman of her stature, as tall as she is, like, they just don't look good with you doing them. Like, Jade, please stop doing the stinger splash in the corner. It's just you're too tall for it. Your opponents are never going to be tall enough for it to look good. So every time it's going to look like you're just...
Listen, here's an easy substitute. Don't do the stinger splash. Just go for a spear. That's all.
Yeah. Well, as long as you don't do it like Jey Uso. Yes, go for a spear.
No, a spear into the corner. Just like...
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think that would be so much better. It's just...
Spear into the corner.
Because there's just nobody, like, unless she's wrestling a Raquel or a Rhea, like, she's just so much taller than all the other competition.
And guess what? You turn that spear into a corner, you roll up and turn.
She just needs more. I feel like she needs more power moves in her repertoire. She tries to do a lot of these like daintier, flashier moves. When bitch, you're huge compared to these other ones. I need you to start fucking dropping these bitches on their head.
You see how Rhea did the Razor's Edge earlier?
I did. How she put her up on the second rope so her arms would be able to lift her up high enough to get clearance. That's how you work with your fucking size.
Yeah. Walk with these little ass girls and throw them somewhere. It's like,
she's so much bigger, and she tries to do like these dainty little, the quick girl, like, and Jade's a beautiful woman. Like, Jade's also like almost 6 foot tall, if not over 6 feet tall. Like, you gotta. Most of your opponents are going to be 5'7" at most.
Jake can put these girls on her shoulder and do. Oh, you remember I forgot what wrestler did, but the walking backbreaker, it just backbreaker walk.
The nigga that would drop down to his knee.
Yeah,
it wasn't Heidenreich, was it?
No, I don't want to say that, but that'll be a good moveset for her to do.
Yeah, any torture rack,
but
she's so tall. Any torture rack style. Like, if she could get good enough to do a torture rack bomb, I think that could be her shit. Because she's tall enough to where it looks amazing, and she takes one of these little girls and spins them around her neck into a power bomb.
I tell you, get in the gym with AJ.
Or the good old over the shoulder bow and arrow. She could make that a regular old torture rack submission. She could pull, like, there are so many moves that would lend themselves to her build that she's just overlooking. But this is why, like I said on Friday Night Europe, this is why I feel like she could have used the NXT run low-key.
Right. Truth, your take on Jade winning, or what she can do to improve?
I see Jade getting better and better every time she gets in the ring. Her winning was definitely like Afro said, it didn't really take too much from Asuka. But it's good to see. This match was, it was good. It wasn't like nothing super special, but it was a good match.
I'm glad. I was worried when I looked at the clock that they were going to make this be a really long match, and I was like, that's not going to be, because look, Jade is getting better, but we also have to remember Jade hasn't even been wrestling for 4 years yet. I do believe. I think she's been wrestling for like 3 years, maybe 4 at the most. So she's still very new to this in the grand scheme of things. And you got to remember where she didn't get an NXT run, and when she did have to sort of unlearn some of the stuff she may have learned in AEW. Freaking, she's getting better, but man, the women's roster is just so good right now. Whether it be NXT, Raw, SmackDown, the women's division in the WWE system is just fantastic right now. So, like, if you're not fantastic, we're gonna notice.
It's gonna show.
It's gonna show blatantly. And that's why, like I said, I'm very happy that they didn't make the match too long, but it didn't feel like they were rushing through it either. The pace was good. The pace was good enough to where the ending worked into it. It wasn't overly. Although I did see the meme that fucking Naomi should cash in and take Jade's crown, and I was like, that is hilarious.
In the main event, overbooked Central, but it was a fun match.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I expect a main event that's got the best in the world versus the greatest of all time to be overbooked. I really do. But I like this. I liked the Seth deal, because a lot of people don't think about it. Seth was smart. Look, if Seth would have cashed in right, I'm in a way I'm glad that they didn't have Seth cash in, because logistically speaking, if Seth cashed in right then, he's guaranteed to win. Because you got to remember, he was cashing in before the match is over. So that would have made it a triple threat match and not a new one-on-one match with the winner. Triple threat matches in the WWE are no disqualification. So he cashes in, makes a triple threat match. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker fucking do their thug thizzle. Seth Rollins pins whoever 1, 2, 3 wins. Like, that's how it would have gone, and there would have been no other believable way for it to happen if he would have cashed in at that point in time. But I like that they showed that he was willing to, because that would have, look, if it was me, that's what I got. 2 fucking giant ass fucking juggernaut ass niggas having my back, and a fat walrus nigga with a briefcase, and there's 2 fucking almost 50-year-olds that have just beat the shit out of each other for the last half hour. Fucking, I'm cashing in to making a triple threat and having these 2 niggas beat the shit out of them so I can pin one too. I might even have Paul Heyman get in there and throw a kick at somebody. I think this scene is probably the best match. Yes, it's been the best match of this run so far.
And
this is better. This is better than the Cody match.
The only thing that was like objectively bad about this, there was no Paul Heyman CM Punk interaction. But
yeah, I thought that was weird. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was weird that there was none at all. But he was down when freaking Paul and them. I do like Seth sicking Braun Breaker and fucking Big Bronson Reed on fucking this nigga just pointed at him and it was like sick 'em boys, and then the 2 gentlemen went to work. But
yeah, again taken out by Penta and
yeah, look, Penta. Please stop. Look, if you're gonna run interference, brother, you can't stop to do the creepy walk. Fucking,
he's doing
get
the
down
Jeff
there and
Hardy.
fucking help, yo.
Nah, Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy gotta get his shit in first.
And we're still giving Jeff Hardy shit for hitting the fucking fingers instead of saving that brother's ass. But, bruh, you can't look. This nigga took the time to start fucking his slow, creepy strut. I was like, if you don't get your fucking ass down there and help, nigga,
no, you gotta do it in style, brother.
Nah, fuck that. You saw how long that fucking ramp was too. Nigga, we ain't got time for you to be slow strutting down the fucking 150-foot ramp.
Before we get the match, spot of the night, Little Nate's getting tackled by
Yo, Little Nate getting cleared by John Cena with the shoulder tackle was hilarious.
Best part of the match.
Yeah. He took that bump serious, dude. I respect
Cena
cleared. And Dan did too. Yo, Dan sold to the fucking 7th round every fucking hit he took in that match. And he was still the ref that counted the pin in the unit.
You gotta know your spots, brother.
Yeah.
Once again, this loss has CM Punk doesn't lose stock in this, so
no, he's fine.
Cody Cena Summer Scam. I'll say this: I'm predicting a double turn.
Ooh.
Cena turns face, Cody turns heel.
Listen, the Codelander is inbound, yo. We saw it in the match with Randy. Fucking and see, look how easy would it have been for Sammy to do a little bit of the shit that Cody did, and fucking it would have went a long fucking way. Sorry, just thinking about that, I was like, bro, everything that Cody did, if Sammy would have just done one of those things, it could have saved this story in my eyes just a little bit.
Yeah, the Code Lander thing has been building since last year. So
Yeah, Code Lander's inbound, bro.
yeah, I
He's
get
gonna
a match.
land soon.
I get a match at 7. I get the overall show. That's 7.
7.
If you get a 6.5, I'm not gonna eat your lunch for it. It's fine.
Yeah. I thought it wasn't nothing crazy, yo. I mean,
Well, you say
No, I give it a
honestly
7.
before. They was balling. They was cooking. I think they was cooking. Once everybody started coming out, you got the 2 boxes that happened with CM Punk almost got hurt. It was the one where they tried to put him through the
thankfully he
table. It's like,
didn't,
come on,
though.
y'all. Like,
Definitely the table ain't
you
break.
know, you're thankful he didn't. You know what I mean? It's just like it really lowered the match for everybody that came out. I did it. It was over gratuitous, and I just thought that they was having such a good match. And it was
Yeah,
the best
but
match
you
so
gotta.
far.
We also
I
have
was
to
in the
acknowledge
moment, you know.
there was no way that the final. See the quotes, folks. The final match between CM Punk and John Cena was going to be underbooked in any sense of the word. You know what I mean? It was always going to be as over the top as possible. I'm surprised Roman didn't randomly fly in through the ceiling.
Roman be back for
That nigga's
SummerSlam.
busy being a Kuma. That nigga's trying to embrace the Sato Hado. Fucking get ready for being, Roman Reigns is a Kuma.
Ohada, 50 Cent, Balrog. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, why didn't they just get fucking Mike Tyson to Balrog? He was literally.
That's too much like right.
Look, you know, in Japan, Balrog is literally named Mike Bison. They just didn't want to. They were too. When they transported it over into the U.S., they switched the names around and fucking M Bison became. Balrog was Bison and Bison became Balrog.
Yeah, we know the Street Fighter lore. But yeah,
well,
we'll be ready. We'll be ready for Raw, and solid show. Morning of 2 championships. Change the pay-per-view name. It don't matter.
Yeah,
but you know,
the afternoon of 2 title defenses.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You know, it's the only reason you got Peacock, El Boy Americano, TK.
It literally is.
You know, Afro Comment 765, the local neighborhood scumbag, and then Truth Seeker. He's moved on in the next round for match.
Whatever.
You know,
you already.
So, you know, quick Night of Champions review. Nothing crazy. We're gonna be watching Raw on Monday, and we'll review that too. So, enjoy yourselves, brothers. Take it easy. We'll see what's the new complaint for WWE. IWC.
I was going to say, give it some time. The IWC will never run out of things to bitch about.
Never, brother, never.
Nope.